Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I'm here with my buddy John. We're here to review another movie called The House that Jack Built.
Not another movie called The House Jack Built. I
Well, I
haven't
mean, yeah,
reviewed one of those yet.
yeah. Well, I mean, you know what I mean. And then it came full circle because there was a movie a long time ago called Psychos in Love, where the people of the Charles Band Windsor Video made about a couple that fell in love. One guy killed people that talked about it, whether the other girl killed or the guy or girl. One person killed people who loved grapes. The other guy killed the people who loved to talk about the weather. And there was a scene in like this video store, Magno V8 mom and pop VHS stage. It was like 85, 86. And he was going through all these movies. It was like a house that drip blood, or don't grow in the house, house drip blood, and a house that Jack built. I gotta get a new job. That's what the guy said. And then he had like a thing said, "Can we have this sticker star? We love our VCR." Anyways, the House of Jacksonville came out a few years back. I know Chris Stuckman said it was a very disturbing film. And I remember us seeing it. I mean, we're seeing it on Prime.
What else stand by? Oh well.
You want to stand by? Oh, that. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I guess it's just that's a film, Jason.
Well, that's okay. And I mean, it's a long horror film. It's like 2 hours and 30 minutes, but it's not boring like that crapola remake of Suspiria, which was like 2 hours 45 minutes, that was boring, but we endured the whole thing. Bits and pieces was good. But this one revolves around Matt Dillon being a serial killer, and it's messed up. I mean, this movie is not for everyone. I mean, it starts out, maybe a little somewhat comedic in certain ways, but about a half hour in, it gets into some really disturbing stuff. I mean, I'm surprised this wasn't listed like, because they have like top 10, top 20 lists of the most disturbing movies out there. But listed amongst movies like Martyrs, Serbian Film, or Sal 120 Days of Sodom.
I think it's probably on some people's list.
Yeah, I've never seen it on anyone. I mean, I know Chris Tucker.
Well, I think a lot of people in general avoid Lars von Trier because of some of the stuff seems like it's polarizing and like especially what was it Antichrist.
Well, I heard Antichrist was on some disturbing lists too.
Yeah, you gotta see that one.
I've not seen. I want to see it though. William Dafoe, he's brilliant. It's really good. I mean, but like I said, it's not for it breaks taboos. It like goes in directions some horror movies are afraid to go into. I mean, it breaks the taboos, like the stuff you don't think is gonna be in there, including showing scenes of real death amongst animals and regular people. I mean, throughout the movie.
Yeah, he got a lot of people got annoyed with him because he actually, for one of his movies, had a donkey slaughtered.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've only seen this in Antichrist.
Yeah.
I haven't seen his TV show or the American remake, The Kingdom, which was adapted by Stephen King to Kingdom Hospital.
Oh,
but I like to see the original.
Oh,
I haven't seen either. Did you ever see the Stephen King remake?
Well, I saw Kingdom Hospital. I watched for a while and I kind of lost patience.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't as good as the original.
I watched it one and then just like after a while, it's like kind of like.
Well, yeah, they said it wasn't as good as the original. That's why I wanted to just watch the original series.
I stuck with it as long as I could, and I was like kind of like lost interest. But I did watch for a while. I didn't watch all the way through. Just like Art of the Dome TV show. I mean, I really liked the first season. The second season was okay. And the third season, I didn't want to make it all the way through. Hey, I canceled that.
Anyway, so Lars von Trier can be very controversial. He said 100 people walked out of this film at the Cannes Film Festival, including critics, and he's continued to criticize it publicly. But it also got a standing ovation at the end of the showing. So, his stuff could be that way. I read it originally was going to be like a mini-series, but then he decided to make it into a movie.
I mean, it's totally nihilistic. I mean, like, they were talking about Extra being nihilistic, but I didn't think it was that disturbing.
Well, that's why people walked out. It was just too nihilistic and cold for them.
Well, I mean, there was some humor for a while, and then it was messed up. There was some humor, and then got really, really dark, and there was nothing. I mean,
well, you compare
pushing,
it also early on to Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Yeah,
too.
Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, but it went further than that movie. I mean, there's something he probably wouldn't have done in Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Oh no, that guy did a lot of shit. The real guy.
Yeah, I know Henry Lee Lucas did, but I mean, in that movie with, I mean, he actually had restraint the Michael Rooker character in the movie, not Henry Lee Lucas.
And I met Tom Tolles, who played his sidekick. Really awesome dude. But anyways, back to our original.
Well, there was another movie that came out, Cinemax, called Confessions of a Serial Killer, which had like a Hannibal Lecter type cover. That was a more honest thing about Henry Lucas. There was two, but most people have not heard of that.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. See, I was the opposite. There was two at the same time, and me and Dan rented the other one, not the Henry Portrait Serial Killer. And then someone else, I think it might have been Greg Rupp, told us, "Oh, you got to watch Henry Portrait Serial Killer." Well, yeah, we watched the other one.
Oh, Confessions? Okay. Yeah. Well, that was a great. I mean, but Henry Portrait was brilliant. Either Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel praised the movie, even though they don't like stuff like that, but they praised it. I finally saw the review of it. I rented that in Fort Detrick, Maryland, but I mean, I'm getting off.
I got a book about him, and it's got audio tape. It came with the cassette tape with audio interviews.
Oh man!
I don't know where my cassettes ever wandered off to.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. I mean, but this, I mean, it's Matt Dillon. I mean, it's a brilliant movie.
Matt Dillon, who else? Uma Thurman.
I
can't remember who else.
I can't remember who else. I mean, some other people I don't. But it's really good. I really like it, but it's not for everybody though.
That's the way any Lars von Trier movie is not for everybody.
Yeah. I mean, there was some other stuff that kind of bothered me, made me feel uncomfortable.
Oh, really?
I mean, well, a little bit with the pushing. Well, I don't want to give anything away. A little bit. I mean, there was a couple parts. There was something reminiscent of Lindsay's story from the Stephen King novel with the can opener. If you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. And I mean, it was just a really disturbing film, but I really liked it. I thought it was brilliant. I give it a 10 out of 10. I mean, it wasn't, and then it ended, it wasn't like a traditional horror film, but I mean, being 2 hours and 30 minutes, I don't know how long Antichrist was. It took its time, really just concerning the really disturbing aspects of him, like killing the people in his methodical ways, his thought process, his OCD, and all this other stuff. It's a brilliant film. Like I said, I give it a 10 out of 10, but it's just not for everyone.
Right.
I'll tell you the disturbing part whenever, just the boundary stuff. I really like the movie though. But like I said, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it to Spoof. I don't think Spoof would like it. But I give it a 10 out of 10. So
cool. All right.
I guess that's it for me and my buddy John. So thank you, John, for filming. So until next time, everybody, please take care of my allegiance. Mr. Bill. Mr. Bill.